protect my home and only be able to leave it to my son in my will and not his wife in case they divorce? What documents should I need to prepare? My spouse already passed away and I only have my son left, and then there's me. I'm leaving my home to my son. However, he and his wife are in a rocky relationship and I don't want his wife to get any of it in a divorce. Okay, let's set the foundation here. So real quick too, because I have to go. First step, if you have a home and you want to give it to your child, when your child inherits that home, it is their separate property. Here in California, marital laws, we have community property, separate property. Community property is part of the marital estate, and separate property is your own separate property. Not even your spouse has access to that. All right. So all inheritances and gifts that anyone receives, that is presumed to be separate property. Now, there are risks. There are ways that people can make mistakes without even knowing it, and they can convert separate property into community property. And that's what you're worried about. So what you can do is either through a will or a trust, you can have this home go out to your son in trust, either your will, we call that a testamentary trust, or you can build an actual revocable living trust today, have the home go out to your son in trust, and it will be there available for him to use and his family to use during his lifetime. And that way, in the event of a divorce, your son doesn't legally own the home. The trust owns the home. So that's one way of ensuring that your son can't mess it up. This will remain separate property no matter what. And you can also dictate who can inherit the home should something happen to your son. If you don't want it going to the wife, if you'd rather it go directly to the kids, that's fine. Let me tell you why this is important. If your son dies and he inherited the home, yes, it's his separate property, but if he doesn't create an estate plan himself and he subsequently dies, the separate property is divided between the surviving spouse and the children. So if you truly don't want the surviving spouse to have the home and you don't want to rely on your son growing up to be an adult to make an estate plan, then you can take control today, right now yourself, by putting your home into a trust, allowing it to be allowing your son to be the beneficiary of the home. And then from there, you can dictate, does it go to the kids? Does it go to charity? Does it go to the other siblings? Where do you want the home to go after that? And that is a very cost-effective, easy tool. It completely avoids probate. It's all private. So that, I think, is one of the best approaches you can have under the circumstances. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm late for a meeting. I have to go. Thank you so much. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Start planning your vacations, get your shots, and get out and enjoy the world. Take care.